Hi, it's the Constant Angler. Just wanted to show you the Savage Gear Ribworm kit that I bought. 60 pieces in it. And why did I buy it? Well, on the back of catching a wrasse the other day on the ribworms that we're fishing very slow.
Robin's into a wrasse. I'll net him for you, mate. Keep him down in the water there. It's hard with a swell, isn't it? Alright, let the swell bring him back towards me. We got him.
Bingo!
There you go. I should give him a little rest. We'll unhook him and we'll put him straight back in. So there you go. He caught that. So he's barely hooked on a Savage Gear Ribster in the green with chartreuse belly. There you go, mate. I'll show you. I'm not going to lift him above the net.
No.
You got a nice wrasse up, about £1.5 pound.
Nice, isn't it?
Good fish.
Good.
It was a different colour than what I've got in the box, but I was keen to experiment with the different colours. The colour I used was sort of a green pumpkin back with a chartreuse belly on it. So let's read what it says you get in the kit, and I'll show you as we go along. So you get 60 pieces, and so you get 5 different colours there. You get hooks, you get glass beads, you get swivels, you get weights, you get bobber stoppers. So let's go into a bit more detail here and read what it says here. The intricate and lifelike movements on the ribworm are so convincing it's almost better than using real ragworms. This lure swims perfectly even at slow speeds thanks to its ribbed body. That's exactly why I selected it for the wrasse at the time. It was more coloured water and we wanted to fish the lure very slowly, even with the back swell that we had there at the time. We'll get that tail moving. And I guess the rib body enables you to do that. It gives more friction against the water. You could also stuff some scent in there.
So why is this bait working? Well, you can see it because it's got the chartreuse on it, which is a good combination. But it's this tail, this ribbon tail, almost curly tail, will work for you whatever you do. Whether you pull it, you leave it alone, it's going to waggle around. And because we got swell here, that tail is always working. So.
Talking of scent, they are scented. I think it's an aniseed smell, and they are salted. So for density, the salt adds a bit of weight to the lure. Plus taste again, a fish might hang on for longer with the salt in there when it tastes it. We all like a bit of salt, don't we? So we get 5 different colours, and they range from this colour here. If we have a look, I would say that's a very light golden motor oil colour with golden glitter in it. You get 2 different sizes. They come in 9 centimeters and 10.5 centimeters. So you can see the 2 long-sided. One's fatter, one's slimmer, one's longer, one's shorter. So, you know, select what you want on the day. Do they want a small bait? You finessing things a bit more for smaller fish or larger fish? You know, how big a profile do you want? So there's your first color. Here's the second one. Right, what we got here is a strawberry sort of color. Well, that's what I would call it, with blue glitter in it. Now, I know this sort of color works, but I've had wrasse on them before, and I've seen people catching perch on them. Another good color. Then we're getting a little darker, so more of a silhouette in darker skies above, or not so clearer water. And this is purple with green glitter. Yeah, just green glitter in it. Looks a good colour. That'll catch fish. Here's a colour that really interests me though. This is a black back with a red belly. It has green and black and a bit of gold glitter in there as well. I think that contrast of that, what I call a laminate colour, so 2 different colours, can really make a lure stand out sometimes in milky water or say even sandy water. It just gets noticed easier, especially if you use the larger of the 2. It'll be a bigger profile. Plus you also have the rib bodies, which will give more vibration, won't it? And then to finish off with, here we have I would say it's not quite green pumpkin. It is a motor oil colour with black and green glitter in it. Excuse the robin there, that's singing behind me. I'm outside in the sun, it's such a nice day.
Oh, that's a bite. Yeah, got one. Yeah, just over there off the back of the rocks and that. You got it? That's a good wrasse. I don't know how good the filming was on that because the camera kept moving to the side. But yeah, it's a good wrasse, that. £2.5 pound or so. I'd say we found the trick, mate. We're on them. I'll just make sure we are filming. There you go, nice barch ball on that. Good £2.5 pound or so.
So moving on, what else did it say? You get 8 brass weights, in a matte brown. It looks more of a black to me, but yeah, it could be a brown. I'm not going to open the packet up and go everywhere. And then you get glass beads, and they're faceted, so they got faces on them like a diamond. And you get black, 4 black and 4 red. And what do you want those for? Well, that's all about sound. The weight hitting the bead will make a clicking sound, a clacking sound. They're brass weights, so they make a different sound to lead. Lead will be a bit duller, tungsten maybe a bit sharper. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, wrasse are really attracted to sound. If you see divers, there are actually videos of divers clonking rocks on a reef, and wrasse come out and have a look. I know perch like sound as well, especially in deeper water. You've got a bit more sound, a bit more traction going on there, haven't you? So then we're moving on, and we got 6 finesse swivels. Well, where are they then? They're in with our hooks. They put them in the same packet. And talking of hooks, we have 3 3/0s and 3 5/0s. I think they've oversized those a bit. They're nowhere near that size to me, but you will find the difference between this style of hook, which I actually call a finesse worm hook. They're calling it an EWG hook. I don't call them EWG hooks. An EWG hook has a much wider gape on it, almost like a keel. These run parallel to the body of the lure. If I show you here, say the lure here, if you put that in the body, the wire will be just below the belly like that. It's not a wide gape, but comes down like that. They are better when fish are finicky feeding. They can get the lure easier into the mouth. That keel that you have on the EWG hooks doesn't have to get in the mouth as well to prick the point of the hook, does it, into their mouth. Yeah, and you've got your swivels in there as well. And then we come to your bobber stoppers. Well, you've got 2 different sizes of bobber stoppers, and this just depends on what poundage of line you're using and which will grip better, one more than the other. They've given you swivels to make a Carolina rig, so you'd have your hook, a trace, a swivel, so a length of trace, your desired length with your lure on the hook obviously, and then a bead, and then your weight. I actually use 2 bobber stoppers instead of a swivel. If you're not too bothered about tangles, it doesn't seem to happen to me too much. I suppose you're fishing deeper, your weight's travelling down for longer, you might need a swivel. There might be a bit more line twist, but I fish relatively shallow, and I just put 2 bobber stoppers instead of a swivel, and that way you can adjust the length for your trace immediately. Good little tip for you there. Use the thinner ones for thinner lines, thicker ones for thicker lines, as I said. And then they give you a sticker, which they generally seem to give you anyway, don't they? So it's a good little kit. You've got a variety of colours and sizes of hook to match whatever size lure you have. Weights from 2, 3, 5 and 7 gram. You have 2 of each, so you can experiment on the day. I tend to, when I'm wrasse fishing, I'll start at about 5 gram and go up to about 14 gram. Heavier if it's really swelly sometimes, depending how I want the bait to move. But when I'm perch fishing, yeah, I'm not gonna, most of the time I'm fishing shallow areas, so these lighter weights will do an experiment. Sometimes you can fish these things weightless and they'll catch you fish. Depends what you're fishing over and what you're fishing for. So Savage Gear, thumbs up from me. I've already caught fish on your ribworms, and I will put links to where you can get these kits, give you an idea of the price. Good little selection, and as far as I'm aware, you can buy these individually to top up the kit that you have, or you can just grab the whole thing and off you go fishing, can't you? Tie them on, away you go. Hope that helps. Please like and subscribe. The Constant Angler.